this is where we this is where we choose the center of the blast, and we put it underground because we want the mobs to be thrown primarily upwards. Alright, so yeah, now... Oh yeah, also we need... we also need vector 3 array kb equals new vector 3 length of m effect dot length. Because before we went a little overboard in terms of calculating the knockback for mobs caught in the explosion, because we would literally, in order to process diminishing return so as not to like knock mobs like so as not to overpower bombs, we added in diminishing returns, which involved iterating over like the entire list of mobs, like literally all green mobs on the board. So yeah, now instead we'll just only look for the length of the mobs that we have affected by the scan that we ran. So now, yeah, we can just forget. I think vector 3 offset equals how are we using offset? Oh. Yeah. I think now we just actually want what? Oh, yeah, alright, so yeah, no, we can simplify a lot of this. Oh, we don't even need KB anymore, do we? Yeah, we don't even need KB. Because KB was just so that we could loop through all of the mobs affected for all of the bombs thrown, and then at the end apply knockback calc. But now we can just cut straight to the punchline, and we can just say, oof, yeah, that was a calculation to get to get diminishing returns to work. What was it? It was times plus. Alright, I think this is the term that we actually want. Offset normalized times, yeah. Forget the rest of that stuff. Alright, so right. Knockback I, so knockback, not I, knockback, but M effect IM. So the index as we're iterating through all of the mobs affected, plus equals knockback calc I, M effect IM again. KBI, this, yeah. Offset dot normalized power strength explosion force. And offset normalized is this normalized. Alright, and then the rest of it is literally we don't care about. Wow, yeah. The diminishing return system is complicated. Wow, look how simple that is. Should have just started from scratch, man. Gosh, I forgot how clean it got. How clean it was before all that other stuff got added in. Yeah, that's some simple stuff right there. Alright, so yeah, now we just have to change how we employ it for a bomb. Specifically, it will be akin to this. So I'm going to change and actually comment at the other part instead. Actually, I'm going to move that up. Return true. Alright, so yeah, I never finished this part. Right, okay, so if SR equals -1, else oh. So, wait a second. Yeah. So, at this point, the punchline is going to be that we throw bomb. Oh wait, actually, oh yeah, no. The punchline is that actually we don't return true. We return that return throw bomb. Oh, actually, maybe bomb never fails anymore. Maybe it just wait. Nah. I'd rather it. No, I'd rather it still fail like it used to. So all right. So then we'll say if throw bomb b pause, then one of the things we'll do is to return true, but we'll also, and then else, or we don't actually need else, we can just say return false. One of the things we do is return true. The other thing we do is to say that bomb charge equals how mults 0, because we're talking about bombs, -1, because we already threw one bomb, but then we set the charges to throw the rest of the bombs, and then delay bomb time equals time dot fixed time plus bomb time. Oops, not mob, bomb. Similar. Bomb time delay. But right, we still haven't figured out what bpause is. Not exactly. So, and we also need to figure out what bpause is up top during the other area where this occurs. So, time is 5:51. If you will excuse me, I'm just going to very quickly check my phone things. Alright, my phone thing says everything's great. So what are we doing so far? We're checking, we're getting the T pause, which is really strangely named. At this point, I'm going to call it dpause, because that's going to make so much of the difference. So much of the difference. Alright, so the dpause is when we look towards our destination to find a target, and so we look towards our destination, and then we scan there. If things didn't work out so great, then bpause just equals the location of the hero. Oh. Ooh. Wait. No, it doesn't just equal. Yeah, no. Oof. Yeah. Right, okay. No, because we're not actually throwing a bomb at BPOS. So it's the return of T-Pause. Vector 3 T-Pause, because, no, B-Pause is just where we start looking for a target. You can see why there is some complexity in this process previously. So T-Pause is going to be something at some point, and then also we use it then for this. Which it doesn't like now because we haven't initialized it, but whatever. Settle down is what I say to that. So yeah, if then bpos equals transform deposition. So I said I was going to do that thing where y would never equal -1, but I'm just using transform deposition, and I'm doing that because transform deposition is locked to y equals 0. It doesn't change. If it ever changed, like, far worse things would be wrong than just this. So right, if scan range equals -1, then hey, Platig. Yeah, this is C#. Thanks for tuning in, by the way. I don't specifically recall if you'd been around before, but if you're new to this stream, thank you for stopping by. If I just have a terrible memory, still, thank you for stopping by, and I apologize for my terrible memory. Yeah, this is C# that we're working in. Right now well, I can't really show off the game because I left it. I'm like halfway through refactoring one of the abilities in this game. The gist is basically that we're working on a targeting system for you have like a hero character, and one of the abilities is that you can throw some number of bombs. Like maybe you can only throw one bomb, but then later in the game you can like level it up so you can throw like multiple bombs. And so what we're working on now is a targeting system for when you activate your bomb ability. Oh yeah, well, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I've been working in C#. I used to work in Java. This game that I'm working on now is a remake of the first game project that I ever worked on, which was in Java originally. Although that was like years ago. That was a long time ago. And I started working in C# recently, and so yeah, I've been sticking with that. Yeah, so the way the bomb system used to work before we started refactoring it is that you would hit the bomb button and all of your bombs would go off at once. I just wanted to add like a little bit of drama to it, so now when you activate the ability, only one bomb will go off, and then like a split second later the next one will go off, so instead of like just one giant explosion, which was cool enough, I guess, now it'll be like a chain explosion. It'll go like boom, 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 boom. So yeah, we have it like halfway there. So here there's like the way the targeting system works also is that if the user doesn't specify a location, it'll just like pick random locations, although the user has like a destination marker that they can move around. And so we're setting it so that if there is a destination marker, we reach in that direction as far as we can, given the current range of the ability. Like, as you level up, you can throw your bombs farther and farther, and they also cause bigger and bigger explosions. So we look towards the dest marker to see if we can reach that position. If we can't reach that position, if we can reach that position, we look to that position for targets to see if there's actually a target at that location. If there is no target at that location, and this was actually part of what inspired us to start refactoring this as well, is that if there's no target at that location, it's a little weird. Like the way the game presents that, like your bombs start with a very low range, so like that case was actually coming up uncomfortably often. So we're changing it so that if you whiff on the destination you specified, it'll just blow up like another random mob nearby. The bomb's ability starts with a 2-second cooldown, and you can decrease the cooldown so that like you use bombs a lot. It's like your bread and butter. So if you like whiff once, like you might as well make something explode. You know, might as well not make it a total waste. So if we didn't get a target from the first scan, oh, thank you. There aren't when I show you the project, you'll notice it's not like a huge scale project. So I'm spending a lot of time trying to get the relatively few features like tuned as tightly as I can get them, I guess. Thank you. If there's nothing near the destination marker, we just use the we look instead to, wait, hold on. So no, we don't actually want to set bpause as that. No, we do. Else else bpause equals dpause. So else this naming convention is very tenuous. It barely. Oh no! Wait. Oh no! It's not even dpause. Bpause equals. Wait. Oh no! I'm getting ahead of myself, aren't I? Yeah. I guess I am. Alright, hold on. I think right. So we already performed the first scan, and if the first scan was successful, right? No, if the first scan failed, all right. Yeah, let's change some of this around. So if test is active, yeah, we're basically going. Okay, so sorry. Instead of handling this out here, I think we'll have to handle it in each of the halves of whether dust is active, right? Because it's actually, let's because this case actually, it's not as simple as this, but it's I don't want to go crazy with it because it's these two situations are going to be the same thing. The else case for whether dest is active, and the case for when SR equals -1. So actually, let's just say bool tgtd targeted equals false, and then so instead of making an else case, we'll just say if not tgtd, we'll have a case for that, and so then instead we can say if SR is greater than or equal to 0, meaning if we did find a target from that search, then we can set bpause equal to the transform of that target. Although we don't just want it necessarily be the transform of that target. We want it to be like the target might be in the air at the time. So we want it to be new vector 3, and it's going to be, what is it going to be? It's going to be mobs. It's going to be one of our mobs. Specifically, it's going to be mob with the index of SR. Dot transform dot position dot x, 0 value for the y value, and then that's supposed to be open parenthesis, and then for the z value, dot z. All right, so yeah, and then also we've targeted. So Actually, maybe we don't need targeted either. Maybe we can just say, sorry, maybe we can just say, we can just use this check. Because we're initializing bpos to be -1. So then we can say if bpos equals -1, it won't in the case that we just set it to 0. But in the case that it still does, it means either dest was not active or we tried to use the destination and we failed. So, alright, so now we have both of those cases covered. And then after we run this next scan, if bpos.y is still -1, that means that we failed on both counts. And that's the case wherein we want to say that bombs failed to activate, it doesn't go on cooldown, and the user can just like use it again at will, basically. Alright, so this is the case that we want to, now we run, so now I guess we can just use int sr again. Now we want to scan range again, except we don't, we're scanning around the hero now. Well, right, so for one thing, we're scanning around the hero now, so we want to use transform dot position. And because we're scanning around the hero, we don't need to scale by the dest range scale, because we're going to use the full range of the power, not the extended range. And okay, so then similarly, we can say if SR is greater than or equal to 0, then bpos equals new vector mobs SR, etc., etc. And now, okay, so now we have this case good to go, I believe. Except, wait, hold on. Are we doing, how are we processing cooldown? I think we have to process cooldown here, because it wouldn't make sense to process cooldown during, we're not processing cooldown. Okay, yeah, no, we're not processing cooldown here. So right, so then, where was I? It was too far. Right, so yeah, now we have to process cooldown. Or no, no, okay, yeah, no, since we're returning the correct values, we process cooldown on GUI time. So, yeah, so we're returning the correct values. So the cooldowns should work themselves out. Right, because we only return true from this if in fact we successfully threw a bomb. All right, so save that. Now the other thing, that's the initial bomb throw. That's the bomb throw when you activate the ability, and we set dash charge or bomb charges. Excuse me. So now, back in the other point when we're checking for bomb charges, which was here. Yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah, we're going to throw a bomb again as such, except this time it'll be slightly different. Oh, it's going to be similar enough that I probably should have borrowed the logic from down below. All right. It's all right. It's man. Oh, I just totally invalidated all this whole chunk of stuff. Sorry, huge chunk of stuff that I wrote once upon a time. You are no longer needed. All right, so yeah, it's gonna be similar to this, except we don't need to return false anymore. I'll just borrow this for now, and I can work the rest out, or come back for the rest. Oh, too far. Where was it? Yeah, here we go. Alright, so yeah, the only difference this time is that we're going to use scan range multi because we want to pick a random target rather than just the nearest target. So scan range multi. So dpos, yeah, that's still the position that we're using. The number, we only want one target returned. The minimum 0, because no specific minimum. The maximum range, is the range that we've been using before. The y max is also this range because no, y max in this case is actually short. So it's, forget if I usually use 1 or 0.5. I'm just going to double check real quick. Scan cell 0.5 is the usual, I suppose. Yeah, lower is good, because if a mob is already knocked into the air, then he's already dropped what he was holding, and so he's a low value target. So yeah, it's good to stay low on that one. So 0.5 f is the maximum height of our potential target. Types 2, we only want to target green mobs, and then nearest, no, we specifically don't want the nearest target, which is why we're using scan range multi. So then, oh yeah, right, so this is going to be an array. Well, it's going to be an array of length 1, so we can say, oh wait. Actually no, I think scan range multi, if scan range multi fails to find a target, it returns an array of length 0 instead. I think. Let me double check. Scan range multi int equals rt new int n using the value we pass in, but if count equals 0, or no, int equals 0. Wait, int count equals 0. Where's yeah, where's the part where, no. Yeah, oh no, this is the case. Right, so if count is less than the number we asked for, like if we found fewer targets than we asked for, then I think we process, like we don't specifically look for whether CT equals 0, but then we process it, RT equals new, if n equals 0, right. Yeah, okay. So in this case, n equals 1, so it's not going to be this case, it's going to be n equals math f. So the minimum of count and n. Oh. Alright, so no, I guess it'll still return. Really? It returns length 1, because n2 equals 1. But that would initialize to 0. I guess because 0 is the index of the hero, we never actually have to worry about confusion in that case, because we know the hero is not a green mob, so if, I guess, okay, so then yeah, our condition there is that if too far. So right, if SRM index 0, that seems weird to me. So I'm gonna say if SRM dot length equals 0. I feel like, I don't know, and maybe that'll just never evaluate to true, because when we looked at it, it did look like it would be returning an array of length 1, but alright, so anyways, so right, if SRM 0 is, it would have to be greater than 0, because 0, excuse me, no, equals, wait, what? Oh, right, no, so we're doing this backwards, so like, it would have to be, if SRM length not equals 0, which seems fine. Also, it just because I was expecting the length to be 0, it just weirds me out, like asking for index 0, because if it's length 0, that would be an out of array exception. But anyways, Right, so we're instead of SR, we're using SRM 0. SRM 0. And same here, we're using SRM instead of SR. Page back up. SRM array SRM equals scan range multi. Yeah, and like before, we want to use these as our terms. Oh, almost. We basically want to use these as our terms, except we don't need to use dest range scale anymore because we're not targeting around the destination. So yeah, likewise, if SRM length is not equal to 0 and SRM 0 equals 0. Wait, excuse me. Greater than 0, right? Because this is the good case. The case where we have succeeded in our goal. Yeah. Excuse me. Alright. And yeah, again, we're using SRM 0. SRM 0. Alright. And I think that should be... Oh no, we have to run one more check. Once more, we have to check if we in fact got a valid. So I guess actually we can just put it here. If b pause dot y not equal -1. I mean, I guess I could say equals 0, but and throw bomb b pause. Yeah. Then we reset the timer and we decrease our bomb charges. We set our bomb charges, right? I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wait, no. It's not supposed to be equals, it's supposed to be plus equals. Because I think, like if you stack multiplicity on your bombs, like, super high, and you stack, cooldown, if you stack speed on your bombs really high, I think you can go infinite with bombs. I think you can actually continue to add charges of bombs even before you ran out of charges previously. I'm not 100% that that'll be the case, but I want to account for that possibility. So, yeah. Is that just going to work now? Oh, not quite yet. Oh. Wait. Oh, I forgot to get rid of this part, didn't I? Yeah, right. Alright. Because, we just converted to bpause. Yeah. Unreachable code. Unreachable code, you say? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Thank you, compiler. That would have taken me a minute to figure out. Alright, what do you think? Gonna work? It's gonna super work. Oh, I need to increase the spawn time, or decrease the spawn time of abilities so that we don't have to wait forever for them to show up. So one thing that you might notice, like the little green things, or the green mobs, they're holding like ghost coins right now. That's just because I haven't fixed the alpha on the coins yet. They you might also notice that I'm not an artist. I use representative shapes to kind of convey the point. I might for the original project, for the original version of this game, I actually like started to do like something reminiscent of art for it. I might do that again, but right now I'm just using representative shapes and ghost coins because I haven't like fixed the alpha on them yet. But right, so bombs. Moment of truth. Alright, bombs explode. That's good. That explosion, I think, is exactly the case that that sent us on this path to begin with. Because if I put the dust marker in a space where there are no valid targets, or like far out of range, well, it's a little harder to tell now that there are so many. But here, I'll restart the simulation. Like if I put the, no, find the one. If I put, so like previously, like because he was looking in the wrong direction, he would fail to throw bombs because like there would just be no valid targets in that direction. Now, because there's no valid targets in that direction, he's knocking his targets in the air before I can activate him. But yeah, now he's just blowing up the nearby targets. All right, so yeah, cool, we did it. So what got us on that kick? I think we were just running the simulation and kind of seeing what stood out. So, actually, I think that scratched something off our list too, right? Right, spread multi. Oh, we haven't tested multi-bombs yet. All right, so before I call that done, let's flood the board and spawn some multi-bombs. All right, so button period is still low, and mob increase period 0.01. Oh, actually, that just reminded me of something. We just refactored, like earlier in the evening or early in the afternoon, we refactored how mobs spawn, and we never thought to look at the mob cap in doing so. So yeah. If mob count is less than expect mob count, cool. Oh. It occurs to me that mob count and max mobs are they're slightly separate, because this mob count that we're looking at here only keeps track of the green mobs, like the enemies, whereas like our mobs array also I guess we can just say what, like oh yeah, no, I know, yeah, so mobs count plus plus, if oh no, yeah, no, not sorry, not mob count. Where is it that? Okay, yeah. Here we can say if expect. All right, hold on. I'm gonna simplify, not this evaluation, but the next thing we do. I'm going to simplify it by just keeping track of when we've hit max mobs. Not when we've hit max mobs. So expect mob count. So bool expect cap. Expect mob cap. So on start and on restart, we're going to set that to false. Expect mob cap equals false. And this is going to keep track of whether we've hit our cap, whether we've hit the limit in terms of how many mobs we can expect to be on screen. Yeah. Alright, and then we're going to set it to true when we hit that limit, and we'll know we've hit that limit when where was it? Oh, Oh, I've gone too far. Right. So the way it was set up presently. we're saying what? So this whole thing we actually only have to do if not mob or no, expect mob cap. Where'd you go? Yeah. So this part we only have to do now expect mob cap, and we have to set mob cap if what? If expect mob count what? Plus team hero dot length. If expect mob count plus team hero dot length oh no, it's not even really that. Ugh. Maybe I should simplify the way I keep track of team hero, because having them No, I'm gonna codify how I'm. All right, so the hero can spawn allies if you use a multiplier modifier, not on any of the abilities, but if you use on the hero himself, he'll like spawn an ally. And so, yeah, we keep track of the hero and his allies as team hero. And so far, I've just been reserving, I think, 10 seats for allies in like the overall set of units on the game field. But where's spawn mob? I swear that's a thing, or maybe it's not a thing. Spawn. No, it's probably not a thing, but it's exactly where I was looking, so I can just go there. Right, so right, we start at 11, so instead of saying in I equals 11, I'm going to say in I equals what? Wait, actually, if I'm starting at an 11, that leaves 0 is the hero. And that leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for the allies. So I'm gonna call this what? Team hero size? That's weird, because that sounds a lot like team hero.length, but I guess I'll just have to remember. So flow, or no, in team hero size, or equals 10 or 11, because that includes the hero. So alright, yeah, so that's a lot cleaner. Then I can just say right, I can say if expected mob count plus team hero size, because team hero.length implies that all 10 team hero.length would only serve appropriately if all 10 heroes had been spawned already, or if all 10 allies had been spawned. But that's actually going to be a fairly rare case. Some players might never spawn any allies if they choose not to. So if that is greater than or equal to greater than or equal to, right, mobs. Then, what did we call it? Expect mob cap. Not cap, count cap. Equals true, and just in case we somehow, I guess we hypothetically couldn't iterate above that. It'd be whatever. Equals max mobs minus team hero.size. Oh, yeah, right. And then so then the else case. I wanted to do an else case. Actually, I don't know. I just actually slightly prefer the mode where instead of using not mob expect cap, I put the primary case as the true, and then this is whoops, and then yeah, okay. Not super important, but anyways, right. So in the case that we have hit our mob cap, so it's possible to actually extend. Hypothetically, it's possible. Hypothetically, it's possible to extend the team hero beyond the team hero size. Oh. Am I getting too quote unquote smart about this? Team hero size. Team hero underscore size. I guess yeah. I won't. I actually, yeah, I lied. I'm not gonna put in the else case yet because I haven't put in the thing that would cause the else case ever to occur. So we don't actually really have to worry about it yet. Hypothetically, if we that's probably supposed to have a semicolon. Hypothetically, if we yeah, down the line, I kind of want to support the capacity for to actually have more excuse me, more allies than you actually would necessarily start with in this team hero size buffer. Although in order to get more than 10 allies, I need to discreetly remove a green mob from simulation and replace it with the ally, and I haven't done that yet. So once we do that, then hypothetically team hero size. Actually, I'm going to call it room because it's not actually the size. It's just the amount of room that we're setting aside for team hero. So this could hypothetically expand, and in that case, we will want to. We'll only care about that in the case that. Well, so for one thing, when we discreetly remove a green mob from simulation in order to add in a. Oh no! If we're discreetly removing a green mob from simulation, then we've already hit the expected mob cap. So all right. So yeah, no, we don't. We'll just have to remember to once we spawn our 11th ally, because hypothetically we could spawn our 11th ally before we hit the mob cap. Doesn't seem likely, but I still haven't balanced the game, so I'm gonna pretend that it could be possible. And if that is the case, then we'll have to make sure that we increase team hero room, iterate it up for this all to evaluate correctly. So save that. Yeah, that's just that the game was running okay before we buffered for that, but was just wasting some time and energy on that. So are we back to just like checking out the simulation? The time now is 6:33. I think I started streaming a little after 1:30, so I've been at this for like 5 hours. I can do more than 5 hours. Pfft, easy. Alright, yeah, so let's get back to playing the game. Oh. Hey, oh, I'm gonna mess this up. I'm gonna try and pronounce your name. Keju Pereira. I'm sorry for however I messed it up. I'm sure I messed it up in some regard. Any advice to someone who just started studying computer science in college? First language books. Oh, that's a good question. It's been a while since I've been that person, so let me think back. So when I was just starting out, it was never really a book that grabbed me. So I'll rule that out as a recommendation. I'm tempted. So my first instinct, my first thought to that question is C#, which is what I'm working in now. And I first thought that because I'm really enjoying like what I'm doing now. The beautiful thing about it is that I don't know if you've worked with it before, I mean, I don't even know how unique this aspect of development is. This is the first time I've worked in a situation where like, like you write out script or code or whatever you care to call it. You hit the save button, and you get back to the Unity editor, and it's compiled. Like, it's done. It's ready to go. That's just a great feature, in my opinion. And the reason I think that it would probably be especially helpful for someone starting out, it reduces basically like all of the wait time, so you can learn from your mistakes instantaneously. I'm actually a bit rusty. I haven't been in the habit of developing for. Well, I haven't been in the habit of developing proper for like about 6 years. I had a gig in AAA game development, but I actually was not like I did not have my hands on code whatsoever. So what I'm going through right now is actually a lot of relearning, a lot of what I used to do, and I mean, like, I did find time for it, but just not. It was never my full-time thing, and so, I've been spending a lot of time like resharpening my skills, and so so like I was saying, like this, I mean, I don't know. Clearly I am fond of this development environment because it's you can tell it's the development environment I'm using, but I'm also really happy with it just because it makes it really easy to iterate, and it makes it really easy. It's very forgiving in that way. So, if you haven't tried it before, I would highly recommend. I don't know if you have any experience with Unity, but I would definitely recommend like. Well, I've only really worked with C#. I don't know. Maybe like the JavaScripting in the same environment is equally good. One thing I've never tried, but I kind of wonder about is the extent to which those. Have you heard of those, like, there are games now that like claim to, or like what was it? There's like there are like sites that like gamify like learning language. Oh, there's one that I heard about just the other day, which sounded cool. Oh man, I don't know why I even brought it up because I don't 100% remember where I heard about it. There's there's supposed to be like this this site that it posts like programming challenges, and then from what I understand, it has like a gamification sort of bent, and you complete these challenges from my understanding, and then it's like kind of like peer driven in that like you get like feedback from other users. I'm not exactly sure what format that comes in. Again, I haven't tried it myself, but I don't know, it sounded like a cool idea. I don't have first-hand experience to know if those things really work, but I really want them to work. So I don't know. It's this one. I'll post a link if I can remember what it was called, but hold on, I'm just gonna run a quick web search to see if I can find it. What was it? It was like say peer review. Man, it's like on the tip of my brain. I bet maybe if I stop thinking about it, it'll come to me. But I don't know if that answer is helpful. But yeah, find something. I guess I would say like find a forgiving development environment, because a lot of the challenges that we face on a regular basis are already so like brain rattling, or they can be like such conceptual knots that working with a forgiving environment is going to take a lot of the sharpness away. It'll make it a lot easier to get into. Yeah, actually, my education was in C++, and the great thing about that, I guess, was that like when I started writing C, like I never bothered to like quote unquote learn C#. I just started writing it and it worked. So yeah, there must just be enough commonality to C languages that if you learn one, you're at least very strongly inclined to be able to work with some of the other ones. Cool. I'm glad that was at least somewhat helpful. Yeah, so with the game, I think there are a few big features that I know I need to implement, and unfortunately I haven't pinned down the designs on them yet. So in the meantime, I'm doing a fair amount of just like general maintenance and improvement on the title, and so in order to prioritize that, so that I make sure I'm fixing the right things in the right order, I'm running the simulation to see, or I'm running the game. I used to call it a simulation back before it was interactive, but I guess it's technically a game at this point. So yeah, so with like vaguely, like I haven't run a balance pass either, because I'm still waiting to. I haven't run a final balance pass. I've been doing like small balance adjustments here and there, but cool. Thank you for tuning in. By the way, it's always nice to have viewers. I hope you can get something out of the stream too. I know I personally learned a lot by doing. Like I guess that's part of why I knew like that like, or a part of why like books have never really done it for me. Like I'm kind of in awe of people who can learn from that style, because like I don't know, for me like the things that really stick are the things that I do firsthand, or see firsthand. So yeah, that's actually part of why I got into streaming, is that like I wish when I was learning this stuff that people would stream, but like, oh my gosh, I'm dating myself, but I'll just say it was a while ago, and that it wasn't as big of a thing back then. Yeah. Let's see, range power-ups on I apologize for the button art. Like these, I still need to make icons, but I'm putting off icons until I come up with my complete power set, so that I can get consistent iconography. In the meantime, I just have these buttons with just little scribbles on them. There's a fair amount of temp stuff still going on. I probably could start working on some more like final type, not like advanced. I'm not an artist, so I'm not going to come up with like really like highly detailed anything. I could come up with something a lot better than what we have presently. Oh yeah, I was going to test multi-bomb. That's what I was going to do. uh, but yeah, multi-bomb. All right. Sorry. Where was I going with that? Oh yeah, I mean, I could start cleaning up the art stuff, but it weighs really heavily on my mind that like I know there's literally this gap in my game where I do not have a power 3, and so yeah, I spend a lot of time thinking about that, and I keep, man, I really want to figure that one out because well, I guess. Actually, I guess there is one small piece of art that I've known for a while I want to add, and I mean now of all times would actually be kind of ideal. Right now, when bombs go off, you can only really tell because mobs go flying into the air. I want to make a little poof cloud on the ground so it's clear like what just happened. I don't have like an animation for auto attack yet, and so sometimes, depending on like what power ups you put where or what modifiers you put where, it can be a little ambiguous as to what exactly is happening. And actually, even more so than I Oh yeah, I was just gonna say even more so than for the user, the little bomb poof clouds would actually be helpful for me for debugging. Yeah, for this stream, I mentioned I program for practical purposes because programming is the most effective way for me to get my ideas realized. It's definitely not I don't necessarily I'll just say I know very many engineers who are far better at it than I am, and so yeah, I try and keep programming takes up a lot of the overall time just because you can do so much with it that I tend to fall into it, and I'll spend a lot of time programming or refactoring systems. My goal, hopefully, for the stream will be to get a not completely generalized overview of game development, but really to hit on as many points as possible. Like I mentioned, I'm not an artist, but I mean, I try and make at least I try and make I try and use the material systems sensibly, and I haven't gotten into shader programming yet, but I mean, I should really be playing to my strengths, and since my strengths are not 3D modeling, I should at least probably be leveraging shaders to get some interesting visual effects. Yeah, so I try and hit on kind of as many areas of game development as possible. I think that's also partly because that's actually what works best for me. Like if I spend an entire day with my face buried in code, I'll crave something else. Like I'll just want to spend time I don't know. Occasionally I will use 3D modeling software and try and make something work there, or sometimes I'll just I mean, stuff like balancing passes are great, so that way you can excuse me, work with really quantifiable and material improvements to your the product that you're working on, but without just staring at a wall of text all day. So yeah, the multi-bombing thing seems to be working pretty well. I guess I should try some other values as well. I just So the way you lose at this game is that it's really subtle because I just changed the art and I screwed up the alpha values of it. But so these the guys, the mobs that are carrying the blinking lights, those are like explosive devices, and so as they blink, they start to blink faster and faster and faster, and eventually I think it's on a 10-second delay currently. After 10 seconds, they detonate, and each time they detonate, this counter goes down. So that's like the lose condition. So when I'm getting distracted by the game, it's because I keep seeing those blinking lights, and so I'm actually trying to like play the game. Oh no, blinking lights. But right, so yeah, so multi-targeting seemed to be working okay. I used it quite effectively. I'm just gonna like crank it up to 10 just to see if I can. Like 10. 10 is an awesome value for one thing. Oh yeah, so I should crank it way up. It's like 10, for example, and then crank down the speed of bombs down to like 1. I think those are fairly extreme cases. So I think like if I just keep using this while it's on cooldown, it's just gonna keep stacking up charges. Like I guess I probably should have exposed bomb charges as a public value or something. I'm pretty sure I'm adding them on faster than I'm using them. So now if I just like stop, just bombs continue to detonate. Yeah. What a game. Alright, yeah, there's not really a practical purpose for that. I just wanted to check that my thought process, and then it eventually stops. Alright, yeah, I just wanted to check that, like hypothetically that should have worked, so I'm glad that it did. I think I'm going to make those bomb smoke poof cloud things, because I'm just at a confidence level where I'm fairly certain those are going to be in the final product, so might as well add them now. I guess to do so, oh man, I'm gonna use these circly things again. These little gray circles, those are supposed to be temp art, but I keep reusing them. Originally, like way back in the day, I thought that I might use a zoning system around the hero, and so I just made these like circles. Literally, I made them in MS Paint, just whipped them up, and they keep coming back. But I don't know, they kind of represent, like if you stack a few of them next to each other, they kind of represent smoke, and I already have the assets made already, so I think I might just do that again. Alright, so what do I want to do here? I think I'm only going to it's going to be very simplistic and very, a very bare bones representation. So it's probably going to be 4 of these, so I guess I can just make a prefab for it. So this will be smoke. It will have quad. Specifically, it'll have 4 quads. Actually, hold on. I'll make the quad before I clone it. So it's going to have, right, so this, alright, actually let's, this is zeroed out. Alright, yeah, I'll keep the quads upright, no rotation value, but I'm going to apply a 37.5 degree rotation value to the smoke field itself. The reason for that, the game camera is angled down at 37.5 degrees. I guess, I mean, I should use the camera value, the value of the camera rotation, in case I ever decide to change it. Oh yeah, so the reason I'm using that angle though is that I'm not billboarding these things just to save on a few transforms. I'm just like pseudo billboarding them. Works well enough. So alright, so we have smoke. The quad is going to be a lot like some of the other. It's going to be a lot like those things in the UI, which I guess could, in and of itself, be a bit confusing. It's gonna, it'll probably be fun. So yeah, the quad is going to have the ring texture, and yeah, and there's going to be 4 of them. And I think I'm going to add a script to the smoke and to the quad, because that seems easiest. So smoke, cloud, I guess. I'll name this smoke cloud. And smoke. Right, so smoke cloud will have a script. A very simple script. Float dtime on start. Oh, and float, public float, duration equals 3, maybe? No, that's too long, probably. Well, it's public, so I can tune it. So on start, d time equals time dot fixed time. Actually, I can just use time dot time. I don't know why I'm obsessed with fixed time. Oh, plus duration. And then on update, if d time is less than time dot time. No, I just like fixed update. It's not actually that I'm obsessed with fixed update at this point. It's just that sometimes if you use slightly different timing for like rendering stuff, it gives it like an erratic feel. Like I was like translating an object on GUI time, and it felt very jerky. Even though they were both running fairly smoothly, they weren't running exactly together, and so as a result, it gave like a really discomforting appearance. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with fixed update. Oops, whatevs. Just for consistency. If I'd started the other way, I could have gone the other way, but and then destroy this. This game objects. Yeah, so that's all we're doing with the smoke cloud. We just want it to go away eventually. So let's also add a script on. I keep cloning these things and then realizing that I want to change them. So add a component, new script, smoke, and so this one's going to be pretty simple as well. I wonder if I can crank the alpha value on this, because it just occurred to me that I want the smoke basically just to like drift for a second, and then so hold on. So what do we need? We need vector 3 drift, and then fade, or actually I guess I should do float drift speed, or public float drift speed, just so I can tune that. Drift speed speed. Oh. Yeah, wait, no, I had a better idea. And it has to do with copy and pasting this silly smoke bit so many times. Anyways, public float drift speed equals... I don't know what's a good value to start with. Like, 0.1 f. Did I need one more thing? Drift speed, and fade speed. Public float fade speed equals, I have no clue, 0.01 maybe? I don't know. No, I'm going to set it to 0.1. That'll probably be way too fast, and I'll probably have to change it, but whatever. Fixed update. So on start, drift equals new vector 3 random. It's my favorite vector, one of my favorite vectors. Random.value 0, or no, it's random.value 0. And then on fixed update, transform dot position plus equals drift times time dot fixed delta time times drift speed. And then alright, this one I'm not 100% about. Render dot material dot alpha color dot alpha minus equals, actually no, wait, no, I know, fade, I'll call it fade ratio equals 0.95. So then A will be times equals fade ratio. Nah, I'll do it the other way. Minus equals. Nah, actually, like if I do the ratio, it'll what? It'll disappear faster at first and then slowly, which actually makes sense. So yeah, yeah. Final answer. Save that. And yeah, so then the other thing is that we're gonna have a public game object smoke, and then on start we're going to instantiate 2 extra smokes. Instantiate smoke transform dot position and then yeah, I guess smoke dot transform dot rotation, and then just for tidiness, oh yeah, so wait, game object smk equals, oh yeah, as game object, and then smk dot transform dot parent equals this, or equals transform, and actually we already have one, but we're going to say for int I equals 0, I plus plus, excuse me, I less than 3, I plus plus. Actually, I guess I can make that public. Public in smoke count, equals 4 smoke. I'm gonna do -1 because we have the 1 for starters. That these will all be essentially clones of. All right, and then so that's so yeah, we start with the 1. We'll always have the 1. That one's just like real. Oops. And then for smoke count -1, we'll spawn the rest. So now smoke class. Whoops. Nope. Don't do that. What's that? Render.material.color. Oh. Huh. So how do... Maybe I just won't worry about that. I wanted it so that they faded out slowly over time, but I don't know how to accomplish that. I was hoping it would be this, but it's apparently not this. Oh wait, how about color equals new color. I wonder if there's a... I wonder if you can do like... I wonder if you can give it 4 arguments, like R, G, B, A. Hey, there you go. All right. Well, that's clunky, but whatever. I like with position, you can't oops, color dot R. With position, like, you can't apply modifications to like the X, Y, and Z value. You have to you can only apply changes to the position, at least as far as I've found so far. And apparently that's the same thing with color as well. Apparently that'd be really they would just destroy the universe if you were allowed to make those changes. I still don't know that this is necessarily going to work, but whatever. Nope. What? Wait, what'd you say? Best overloaded match for float has some invalid arguments? What? How is I supposed to use it? RGB. Oh, whoops, yeah. Derp. That's supposed to be .a. Yeah. Alright, how about that? Alright, so yeah, I guess when I start the simulation, this one should activate. Nope. Oh right, because I still haven't set the because I couldn't set the game object earlier because the script wasn't compiling. Alright, now it should work. Alright, so we clearly need higher drift speed. So let's say 1. That's a little better. Did we just get like... Oh, yeah, so for one thing, we don't want... I tend to do that. You'd think, considering how many times I've made made my favorite vector, I'd remember that it goes 0.5f. And you'd think, considering how many times I use floats, I would remember that there's a decimal that you have to put an f at the end, but someday. Alright, yeah, let's move this closer to the action. Alright, smoke cloud. Oh, uh-oh. What? New. No, you're lying. Everything's perfect and you're just weird. Oh, whoops, yeah. No, I see what you're talking about. You didn't describe it very well, but yes, technically, there was something to see there. Oh, right, so we want variability in the x direction, but we don't in the y direction. We just want the smoke to drift upwards, if anything. And let's actually say, no, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. Because we want it to drift predominantly upwards. Actually, okay, 0.8 maybe. We want it to drift mostly upwards and then a little bit to the side, I guess. But that's also too much drift speed, and they're starting too close together. So, yeah, alright, so drift equals new vector, new, etc., etc., etc. Oh, yeah, wait, you know what? Let's say, so transform dot position equals drift. So it'll start at that offset, and then it'll continue to drift in that direction. That seems better, kind of. Although we don't need as much drift speed now that it starts further apart. Wait, what do you... Oh. You don't like the thing that I'm trying to do with alpha? Fine, I'll stop trying to do the thing with alpha. So I can forget fade ratio. There's probably a really simple way to do that. Right, did I tone down the drift speed? It's like 0.3 maybe. Yeah, that's about right. Although I think it's, well, oh, yeah. Yeah, wait, I have another idea. So, what if similarly there was a d time and a duration for these guys, and it had some variability to it. So, let's say okay, so then flow, or no, excuse me, d time equals time dot fixed time you know what? Let's do this in the other one instead. Let's do this in smoke cloud. So you're fine how you are. You just do that. You do your thing, and then you will also have game object smoke, and on start smk equals new game object length of oops, yeah, it's an array. Length of smoke count what? -1, and then we can do smk dot length, and then we can do smk index I, and then what? Did I forget something? I don't think so. I feel like that's fine. Oh, smki, right. Yeah, so then let's also say okay, so d time will actually be float d time will be so it'll be a float array. It'll be d time d smk.length will be that, because it will be one longer than oh right, yeah, so d time smoke count, I guess, is whatever. Okay, so d time new flow smoke count. So yeah, I'm gonna have a d time for each of the each of the instantiated smokes as well. So for them, d time I, and then the last d time will be for the entire thing, including the final puff of smoke. So d time I equals random, my favorite, random dot value plus duration minus 1. So they'll all hang out for at least 2 seconds, and then the 3 instantiated ones will start disappearing, and then the 4th one will disappear when the rest of the cloud disappears. What? Oh right, and so right, no, I haven't added it in yet. So also right, like d count in d count equals 0. Huh. Oh, whoops, hold on. Forgot about this part. Yep, so that would help. And then, can I sort? Can I sort these? No. Fine, I'll just generate them in a sorted manner. Specifically, separately. So for int I equals 0, or no, I equals a equals d time dot length minus 1, I greater than or equal to 0, I minus minus. So we're going to count backwards from duration. Oh, yeah, no, alright. Hold on. We're going to count, we're going to start with, we're going to start at the top. The last value in this array is equal to the duration. And then then counting backwards through the array, each one will be slightly less than that. So d time I equals d time I plus 1, and we're starting at length minus 2, so that's going to be a valid index for the whole thing, the whole shebang. Oh wait, we don't have to do smk.length, we're going to do d time dot length. Oh no. Well, no, yeah, I guess smk.length is fine, because we'd have to do d time dot length minus 1. But so right, so minus random dot value times 0.5 f Actually, I don't know, slightly less, like 0.3, 0.4 F, I guess is good. So they'll all stick around for a little bit, but then they'll start disappearing. Actually, I'm gonna scale this. So public float dissipate equals 0.4 F. So a higher dissipate will cause them to dissipate faster or sooner. And we can also change that if we want it to be slightly different. What did I forget? Oop, yeah, I tend to forget that. You got me. What? Yeah, right. Oh, right. So yeah, I didn't finish that thought. So if dtime dcount is less than time.fixedTime. Oh yeah, right. So oh, well, all right. So actually, smoke will be smoke count. dtime will be new float, new smoke count, and also oh wait, no, yeah, we can't use smoke.length. We have to use. Well, we shouldn't have used that in the first place. dtime.length -1, and then also smoke.length. Smoke.length. Oh yeah, SMK, excuse me. SMK.length -1 equals this .game object, and that way we can say destroy SMK DCT and then DCT++, which we won't have to do in the final case because this will all have been destroyed by then. So yeah, we have these 4 public game objects, the 3 instantiated smoke proofs, and then this entire entity itself, and so we destroy them in order. We set their destruction times in reverse order, and then we destroy them in order as those times are met. Poof. Alright, so it definitely doesn't have to linger that long. So I can have a duration of like, oh, well, yeah, I guess I don't, hypothetically I could screw up these values so that that the dissipation time could be negative numbers, but that's fine, because it's just math. I'll also scale down the dissipation to like 0.25, see how that goes. Alright. Are the last 2 disappearing at the same time? Oh no, it's just randomness. Wait, am I seeing 4? I mean 5? I feel like I'm seeing 5. I feel like I'm seeing 5. What? I shouldn't. I can't think of any reason why I would see 5. Oh, wait. Yeah, because I'm still going by smoke dot length. Alright, yeah, sorry. Forgot to fix that part. Yerp. So yeah, the last two rows disappearing at the same time. I gotta use a different thing for that because it's weird that it looks the same as the UI buttons. So I'm gonna fix that up real quick. I'm just gonna say, oh, this is a prefab, so I can stop leaving it there. What am I gonna do? Yeah, I need to just give this a new, because it's using Ring right now. But let's to MS Paint. Oh, I remember you. Let's open up Ring, and it's gonna be very similar, but I think we'll just use so Ring has like a slight light color on the outside, and I'll probably I'll try that, see if that's different enough. Oh, whoops, nope. I didn't mean to save that change to Ring, I meant to save that as a different thing. File save as smoke. So different than Ring, let me tell you. Yeah, sure, transparency, right. Thanks for the reminder. So yeah, now new material. Smoke. Smoke uses, did I name it SMK? Just reflexively? Cool, why not? Apply. Smoke to smoke. Smoke to smoke, I said. Smoky smoky. Smoking it up. You are transparent, you are unlit transparent. And then apply you here. Did that work? Yeah, you look slightly lighter now. Oh, I never rotated you, did I? 37.5, yeah. Yeah. Alright, that's good. So, yeah, now we have our prefab. And so we can say in our play script, well, first let's think about our prefab. Oops. Yeah, that's fine. Public game object, smoke cloud prefab. Save that. Set it, so before I forget. I do tend to forget that. I do tend to get really confused about the errors that result. So right now, when we bomb, where is it? Right here, right? Yeah, throw bomb. So right, in the case that it's true, let's game object smk equals instantiate smoke cloud prefab did we already know about it just for merit of it being in our project? That'd be cool. We can stop making them public game objects. Prefab transform, or no, we want it to spawn at pause, and rotation, the natural rotation. So smoke cloud prefab dot transform dot rotation, and then we want that as game object, and we want to smk dot transform dot parent equal to bucket. Bucket is just a hierarchical game object to prevent the to prevent this side pane from getting all cluttered up with all the stuff that gets instantiated. All right, so now whenever I throw a bomb, it should leave a smoke cloud. Let's spawn our buttons a little bit faster. Bomb. Multi-bomb. Multi-bomb 7. Bomb. I don't see any smoke clouds. I mean, I see smoke clouds. What? I don't get it. Oh. What? Why are they all appearing over here? That's not where I told you to appear. That's so weird. Why would you do that? Told them to appear at pause. Is there something in there? Oh. I meant to say local position. Derp. Oh, not local, let's go. Local position. Nah. Yeah. That's gonna work better, I bet. Bomb. Yeah, look at that. Bomb. Haha. Eat it. Bombs. Bombs forever. Bombs. Alright, let's flood the game board and see how it looks with tons of dudes. Bombs. Alright, so what if we had multi-bombs then? Because, like, they weren't very noticeable right then. 9 multi-bombs. Yeah. Huh. Maybe they're drifting too high too fast. Maybe. Or maybe they're just drifting too much at all. So let's change that. Drift. Oh no, it's on the little guy. Drift speed 0.3, so let's try 0.2. That could be alright. Wait, why don't we have any mobs here? Oh, right. Yeah. Right. Oh, I'm silly. Maybe that's why people stopped watching. Because, it was clear to them how silly I am. Yeah, I tried to, I don't know. Yeah, no, I'll just, alright. Yeah, I'll save myself a few think points, but, I can't save quite as many think points as I wanted. So, yeah, no, we can't do that. We have to say, expect mob cap altogether. We'll just say, we use this conditional, that other place. Well, something like this conditional. Yeah, so if expect mob count plus team hero is less than max mobs, then we do that. Or less than or equal to? No. Wait, no, not even expect mob count. If mob count, thank you. If mob count plus team hero room is less than max mobs, then we'll spawn, yeah. Otherwise we don't. Yeah. So that'll stop mobs from disappearing forever, hopefully. Bomb, 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 bomb. A lot of times it's not very noticeable. But then again, that's not really the situation wherein that I wanted the effect for. The situation that I wanted the effect for was actually the well, alright, actually before I change it again, I will just double check how it looks. So like 10 bombs, how's that look? Bomb 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 bomb. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, so it doesn't look bad, but yeah, the thing that I want to make sure looked okay is the other case, the case wherein mobs spawn relatively slowly. And for the first half of the game, like, it's not 100%. So previously it wasn't 100% clear what bombs were doing or whether bombs were even working, so at least now there's like a poof, so you can kind of tell that your bomb went off. So that's all I really wanted that for. Not a huge deal, but I hope it helps comprehension of like what is happening. Oh, and you know what? Now that I think about it, I kind of want I kind of want the whatevers to start a little bit lower. So I'm gonna say, because like the detonations happen from the ground, so it makes sense if the particles also came from the ground. So minus up, or vector 3 dot up times 0.5f. So this will just translate them down by half a unit. So they won't appear like at waist height, they'll appear like on the ground basically. And by waist height I mean the height of the mobs. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Oh. Really? I forgot about that. Whoa, wait, where the heck was that guy going? Before I clicked him back in the other direction, where the heck was he going? Yeah, something I forgot about with bombs is that I'm using scan range now instead of scan range multi, and so because of that, I can't target mobs without coins. I can't bomb mobs without coins. I don't know how I feel about that. I might actually keep that to be the case for when you're using a desk targeting, because like if you're using desk targeting, you're probably aiming for a mob with a coin or an explosive cookie or whatever you want to call it. So actually maybe that's good. Nah. Yeah. Maybe I'll just do. What is the fallback case there? Because if the fallback case is literally just the nearest mob. Well, I guess that's simple enough, actually. I could just say, yeah. Alright, hold on. I want to do something there. So, let's go back to where that was. It was in power activation. Too far, no, not far enough. Alright, so, remember all that stuff? Remember all that? Anyways, so if SR is greater than or equal to 0, etc., else if backup, no, BKU, scan BKU is greater than or equal to 0. Yeah, I'll just use the backups. So like, yeah, when we scan, we look for mobs holding coins first, and that's for the mobs targeting system to prioritize mobs with coins, and then scan backup is the nearest mob not holding a coin. Scan BKU, yeah. Alright. Oh, and then let's do that for both of the scans. Yeah. Save that. Alright, so now it'll now if there are no valid targets with coins, it will still at least choose a target. Yay, I made it 6 hours streaming, which is cool. I wasn't sure I was gonna make it. 6 hours is usually my goal for the day. And then, depending on how I feel, I'll run longer or whatever. I might call it a day. Sorry, that was anticlimactic. I take a big swig and then announce my sign off. I don't know. What's up? Right, so yeah, tomorrow I'm probably gonna have a pretty big day. Oh, and I have to get started early tomorrow too, now that I think about it. Not like super early, but sorry. No, I just have a thing later in the day. At 6 o'clock? Ooh. Wow. So apparently I'm starting my stream at 11 o'clock tomorrow, or else I'm not hitting my target. Because I need time to get to that thing. I guess I could start at 11:30 and still hit my target. Alright, I don't know why I'm still doing this on camera. I should, yeah, I think, according to my viewer count, I don't actually have any live viewers right now, so I'm probably gonna call it a day. Thank you for everyone who stopped in. I hope something of interest came of this. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. And if you're watching this in the archives, and my stream is still going on, if I've kept the dream alive, if I haven't caved and retreated from the tumultuous world of game development, I hope you'll stop by sometime and catch the live show. It's way more fun when you can participate in chat, in my opinion. But oh wow, is there a weird graphical glitch going on with the chat or something? On my screen, like, is it showing up in the I don't know if it's OBS is showing it too, but there's like, yeah, what is up with chat right now? Alright, anyways, sorry. I just got distracted. I was like, am I missing chat? Is it, I don't know, I wasn't sure what was happening there. Anyways, I think it's just a weird visual thing. I don't know what that's about. But I was saying thank you for tuning in, and I appreciate it, and I hope to see you again. And for now, I will say good night. Good night, Internet.